Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the last video, I spoke about how to determine whether a price is in a bullish trend or in a bearish trend. And also how we can also determine if price is basically in a range or what we would say is moving sideways. Now we're going to talk today about support and resistance and the trend lines. So let's start it off on our chart. I usually analyze my charts by doing a top-down analysis, starting off with the weekly time frame, then going down to the daily and then the 4 hours. But for simplicity, let's look at our daily time frame here. Now, as I said a little bit yesterday, that there are things called supports, there are things called resistance areas on our charts. And support is an area where price would buy off of. So this is our support area here. And a resistance is an area where price would sell off of. This is our resistance. So you see price bought off of this area and then it's sold down. Bought off the area, sold down. All right. So that's our support and resistance. Now, just to recap, we can tell whether chart or whether price action is bullish or bearish based on whether we see higher highs or lower lows. And we identify that if price is bullish in nature, then you will see a higher high, then a higher low, then a higher high, and a higher low. And for bearish, you would see a lower high and a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low. Now, all of this happens in conjunction with our support and our resistance. Now, there are major areas of support and major areas of resistance. And what happens is that price usually moves from one area to the next. So if price is bullish, it will buy off of our support and move toward area of resistance. And what happens, how this all ties up, is that our higher lows are formed at that area of support. And our higher highs, or the final higher high, before price changes direction, is formed in a bullish market at our area of resistance. And this chart perfectly shows that. So we have our bullish chart, as we can see. This is our higher high, this is our higher low, and our higher low is buying off of this support area. Our higher high goes all the way up to our area of resistance before the direction change occurs. So higher high is here. Direction change occurs, it sells off. Price tries to break and form another higher high, wasn't able to do so, came back, tried, almost got there, but basically remained in that same area, that same zone, and sold off. So that's basically how price moves. It moves from an area, if it's bullish, it's going to move from an area of support to an area of resistance. And when it's doing so, it forms higher highs and higher lows. And now another higher high, another higher low. So it forms a higher high and a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, until it reaches the top, it becomes exhausted and it sells. And then it's no longer in a bullish trend, it's in a bearish trend. But then it has to confirm that it's in a bearish trend. And in order to confirm that it's in a bearish trend, what does it do? It forms lower highs and lower lows. A lower high, so this was the previous high, form a lower high and a lower low. A lower high and a lower low. So to put it all together, price in a bullish market moves from a support, so it buys off different area of support and goes all the way to another area of resistance. And whilst doing so, it moves in a bullish pattern, which is that it forms higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows until it reaches that area of resistance, exhausts itself, and starts to sell off. As it sells off, if it's going to continue in a bearish momentum, now, what it's going to have to do to confirm that it's changed direction from a bullish market to a bearish market is I will have to form lower highs and lower lows, which is a transition that we see here. So when you're trading, it's important to know if price is in a bullish market or if price is in a bearish market.